Welcome to the Grizzled Geek and Review for July 6, 2018. I'm Mike.
Wow. I'm Doug. Man, this year is going by fast.
I know, it's July already. What's going on here?
It's getting hot here. Well, it's been hot here for a long time.
That's true. It is hot here. So, are you the type of person who does not have the time to get their news as it comes out on a daily basis? Or you procrastinate? You like to wait and get all your news in one shot at the end of the week?
Or if you don't have the patience to sift through non-stories for hours.
Oh my goodness, tons of non-stories. Well, thankfully, we do the hard work for you by sifting through all those non-stories, and there are a ton, especially on slow news weeks like this week here.
Yeah, holy
so
crap.
this show is for you, okay, if you answered yes to any of those questions, because what we do is we wrap up all the nerd news for you and give it to you, all the ones that are all the important stories anyway, at the end of the week in this show here. Now, this, as it's known in the industry, is the slowest nerd news week of the year. The week before San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
Where no one is putting out any information before Comic-Con.
Oh, and the rumors are ridiculous, too.
Oh, my
the
goodness.
few stories that people are throwing out there just to have content are ridiculous.
Yeah. So-and-so threw out a food wrapper. What could this mean for his future as in a Marvel star? You know, there's
Almost that bad.
almost that bad. But there are some few stories, so we're going to go over them today with you. First one, Ant-Man and the Wasp opens tonight.
Well, yes.
Yes. Well,
Its
I don't know.
technical release is the 6th, but it's obviously got Thursday night showings, which we saw, and a review will be up soon.
That's right. And this review will actually be up, not like our Incredibles review, which got lost in the ether. So it literally got lost on 2 different platforms. Our editor lost it, and we found it. I got the copy, downloaded it, and went to upload it, and it was lost again, and this time apparently for good. So we did record one. I remember recording one.
It was good.
It was good. There you go. Spoiler. Incredibles 2 was good. Go see it. But apparently most of you have. It's already surpassed the first movie run
Yeah.
total. But anyway, on to the Ant-Man and the Wasp, a Marvel movie, an important Marvel movie.
Yes.
It opens. We're going to be seeing it tonight or last night when you see this. It's holding strong to its 80 million opening prediction.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. I mean, when you look at the first one, opened at 57, right?
Yeah, it was quite a bit lower.
Yeah.
So this is not quite doubling the take.
Yeah. And again, people see these numbers. People get spoiled and skewed by these box office numbers, especially when it comes to Marvel movies, when they look at these things.
Right. Not everything can be an Avengers or a Star Wars.
There are Avengers is up here and everything else is down here. This is why movies like Thor Ragnarok and Black Panther this last year were so big.
They were incredible outliers.
They were critical outliers because the single character movies do not make those kind of numbers.
Not usually. Yeah.
Not usually. So that's why those were such amazing movies that these things are really big. But this is more along the lines of a solo Marvel movie.
Correct.
Which
yes.
is good because you look at this, it probably has a budget around 100 million. 80 million opening, it's going to go on to...
80 million domestic opening.
Domestic
so
opening,
This is not any foreign sales or anything like that, I don't think.
Yeah. And it's certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes, 85%.
Cool.
And it's getting... The reviews have been extremely positive, including a glowing review from Marvel's own James Gunn, who is pretty much the litmus test for these movies. He is first and foremost, a fanboy of these movies.
Yeah, he is.
And you could tell, if you follow him on social media at all, which I recommend that you do, you could tell he is very genuine about, his feelings and stuff like that. And you could tell if a movie's going to be so-so, because he won't post about it. But when he does post, it's usually glowing reviews for something he really likes. And he's quoted as saying, Ant-Man and the Wasp was everything you wanted to be. Hilarious, sweet, moving, and wall-to-wall fun.
Nice.
So there you have it.
Well, and that's it. This is
Yeah.
even more than Spider-Man was, because Spider-Man had a pretty serious bent. This
Yeah.
is the comedy line.
Yes.
All Marvel movies have comedy in them, but
True.
this is the comedy movie.
This is the palate cleanser to Avengers Infinity War.
Good way of putting it, yeah. Were you sad for Avengers? Go watch Ant-Man and the Wasp. That'll pick you up.
Exactly. Now, the standout star in this, from what everybody's saying, is Hannah John Carmen, who plays the Ghost in this.
Okay, yeah.
The Ghost, who is primarily in the comics, was a Iron Man villain.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And also a prominent member of the Thunderbolts later on, who, when recently asked about it, she hinted at her desire to be in a Thunderbolts movie / series, whatever Marvel decides to do with it, right?
Yeah.
Now, does that mean one's in the works? There's been a lot of stuff kept under wraps about future plans for Marvel, although next story we're going to break down what we know.
A few, yeah.
But, yeah, this is going to be... Now, they say, it could happen, a Thunderbolts movie. I think... I don't know. I think they've already have Baron Zemo. Right?
Yeah, well, yes. I mean, Thunderbolts is an intriguing concept, but you would have to totally rework it for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The pieces don't exactly fit the way they do in the comics.
Zemo is not Zemo from the comics.
Yeah, well, yeah, and none of the other people who are on the team have the background to make this, because my fear is that if you have a Thunderbolts movie or series, it's going to be freaking Marvel's version of Suicide Squad, and I don't want that.
Yeah, that's true.
I
think it'd make a better series than a movie, honestly.
Yeah, it could. It'd give it time to develop, and I want the original Thunderbolts, which was pretending to be heroes, not actually like, oh, we've changed our minds and we're trying to reform.
Well, that's the whole thing about it, is they start off being villains pretending to be heroes, and then they get...
Then they kind of... a few of them are like, I kind of like this.
Yeah.
I would prefer this.
So that's kind of spoilers for Thunderbolts. If you don't know by now.
If you haven't been reading Thunderbolts it been out for like 10 years?
Yeah,
so
it's a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there you have it. Ant-Man and the Wasp, lots of good things we hear. And pay attention to some of the scenes in it, and especially the end credit scenes, apparently. It's going to tie directly in. We're going to figure out where this fits in the timeline for Avengers 3 and Avengers 4.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's got to have a big impact on Avengers 4.
Yes.
So be watching for that, especially I think it's the mid-credit scene.
Mid-credit scene, yep.
So that's the rumor. So, all right. Next story, also with Marvel, is about Phase 4. Now, it's been rumored that Kevin Feige is going to leave Marvel at the end of his contract, which I believe is any time now, maybe right after Avengers 4? Or is it this year?
End of this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now there have been some rumors that he might be tapped to replace Kathleen Kennedy in Star Wars. He's denied this, but industry insiders still think that it's a possibility, and I've honestly got to say, I would not be upset about that at all.
Well, Bob Iger wants him. I mean, he wants
Kathleen Kennedy out.
And who are you going to replace Kathleen Kennedy with? I mean, that's what Star Wars Universe needs, is a vision like Feige.
That's the biggest problem with the Star Wars Universe right now, is there's no guiding hand. She is way too free, letting people just do whatever they want and messing up the sandbox for everyone else.
Yeah.
Brian Johnson. But we'll get to that next story.
That's next story. Foreshadowing all over the place this new session.
But anyways, so here's what we know is going on. Well, first off, the rumor is that if Kevin Feige does in fact leave, James Gunn would be a top contender for taking his spot. And again, I wouldn't mind that either, because he has, I think, it brings the fanboy perspective, and he's got a pretty cool vision for what he would like the Marvel Universe to be.
Especially if they go cosmic.
And especially if they go cosmic. And I could even see, having maybe a brain trust that's, him and the Russo brothers. Like the Russo brothers keeping the Earthbound stuff, him doing the cosmic stuff, and then working together on
There's already a rumor that behind the scenes that the directors have their own little, committee that meets on all these movies.
Well, we know they did for 3.
Yeah, they did for Avengers Infinity War,
for Infinity War, they all met together, and in fact, some James Gunn and Taika Waititi actually had writing credit. Well, I don't know if they got credit, but they had impact on the writing of specific dialogue pieces for their characters and stuff. So anyways, here's what we know is coming out in Phase 4. We're going to have Captain Marvel. Avengers 4, which may be called Endgame, I'm not sure. We're going to have Spider-Man Far From Home, assuming that wasn't a red herring that they gave Tom Holland
they seem to be
knowing
running
he
with
was
it now.
going to leak it. Or,
yeah, true.
But We've got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Doctor Strange 2, Black Panther 2, The Eternals, and Black Widow. I think we knew,
Those
you
are
know,
all
all
been
of those are
confirmed.
pretty much, those are
I think
confirmed.
Doctor Strange is the last one to be confirmed on that one just recently.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
All the other ones we knew about far ahead.
Yeah. So if we're not knowing much about Phase 4, that's a lot of confirmed.
Well, that is 2, 3, maybe 3 years.
3
of
years
stuff,
movies,
with
yeah.
maybe something to be added in the third year. We don't know at this point. Here's what has been rumored, often because directors have said they wanted to do it. Thor 4, Avengers 5, Nova, which I'd love to see.
That'd be awesome.
Unfortunately, it hasn't been really set up yet, but maybe Guardians 3
Guardians
would
3,
do that. Spider-Man 3.
Or Captain Marvel.
Or Captain Marvel,
Yeah.
And Power Pack.
Power Pack.
Which, okay.
We gotta have something for the kids, something for
sure.
younger.
All right. And then here are just talked about like, ooh, these would be cool to be in the Marvel Universe. Or somebody has said something that hinted that it could be a thing. It's far from being a full-blown rumor, but still. Young Avengers, Blade, Moon Knight, which I've heard more as a Marvel Netflix series than an actual movie. Yeah, Blade would be, both of those would be awesome as Netflix series, I think.
Yes, it would.
A-Force, which for those who don't know, like I didn't, that's apparently a Legends title that had like an all-female Avengers crew going on for a while. And then, of course, if the deal goes through, we want Fantastic Four and X-Men. Those are actually
those will jump to the top.
Confirmed because Feige has said, if I get the call, yes, we're moving forward with these. So
those are in this bottom part because the deal hasn't gone through yet. Once the deal goes through, they jump to the top of the list as definitely happening.
As definitely happening, but it may still be a while to get them put together. I mean, I think there's contingency plans, but you still would then have to actually go through the casting and pre-production process that you can't do now.
Yeah.
At this point, there's some ideas on a storyboard going.
That you can't officially do now.
Yeah.
You can have people come in and read for stuff and then.
Right. This person would be perfect.
Have plans, yeah.
You're on this wait list. But there you go. That is what's going on with Marvel Phase 4. And
what are you hoping for in Phase 4?
I like all of the cosmic stuff. So, which, you know, if they get the Fantastic Four, I've never been a huge Fantastic Four fan. But at least the way that they have really, I mean, I've been an off and on. I've read them a lot in the 90s. Wasn't necessarily super impressed. I didn't read them in the 60s and 70s when they were more cosmic. When they did, you know, kind of, alternate dimension stuff and whatnot. I think, you know, that and, you know, developing the cosmic universe to an Annihilation event would be awesome.
That would be pretty cool.
And that actually has the added benefit of you could bring Thanos back as a good guy or a bad guy.
Yeah,
in that. I mean, he was a bad guy in the event, but he has been a good guy in other things.
Yeah.
It'd be an interesting direction to go for their next big event. You know, have Annihilation. I think that'd be awesome.
That would be cool. And seeing Annihilus would be
and
awesome.
if we do get, and I think Annihilus is tied up with Fantastic Four, so we'd have to wait for that. And then if that did go through, we could have a Galactus event too.
That's true.
So those are all cool.
I want to see a real Galactus in the Marvel Universe because they do it right. Man, it'd be awesome. I will say one of the rumors I heard about Phase 4 or going forward with the Marvel Universe is a way of getting, as initially an idea to get more Hulk in there because they can't do a Hulk standalone movie anymore because Universal owns the distribution rights. So, but in order to get around it, like they do have them in Avengers and stuff like that, having do like Marvel team up movies, right?
Oh,
like Hulk and somebody else, right?
Right. Yeah.
And a big rumor run is like you hear quite a bit thrown about. I've heard this recently, especially Hulk and Namor, because I know they've been trying to get Namor rights, which is also tied up
I don't
outside.
understand that. He's such a horrible character.
I don't like Namor either, but yeah, that has to do with me liking Fantastic Four more. But but yes, I would like to see that, something more along the line, especially something for me. I want to hang on to those older or the founding characters as long as possible.
Yeah.
Just being that we're losing, probably Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr., Cap and Iron Man.
Now how we lose them will be interesting to see if they could come back for cameos or not.
Yeah, that would
but
be.
Who knows?
We'll see what's going on there. But all right, now on to a not necessarily a story, but leading into more of a
editorial
piece here. Yeah, toxic fans. Now we've all seen toxic fans recently, especially with like stuff like the Last Jedi and various things, and that directly affecting things like Solo, and them affecting Solo directly affecting the future of Star Wars movies.
Sure.
Right. So what are they costing us? What is the cost of this toxic fan base out there? Now it is a vocal minority, right? It is not everybody out there that's like this, but there are a few that are causing us to lose talent in this area. And the latest story is Christopher McQuarrie, director of Mission Impossible. Rumor was it that he was up for Man of Steel 2. He had a great working relationship on Mission Impossible Fallout with Henry Cavill. Right, and Henry Cavill wanted him to direct it. But he recently found himself caught up in a Twitter conversation along with Rian Johnson with some anti-Last Jedi fans that turned extremely toxic, and he basically swore off wanting to do anything. He's like, I really wanted to do a Star Wars movie, but this cured me. I'm done with this.
No Star Wars or superheroes for me.
Yeah, no Star Wars or superheroes. So
you can't blame him.
I don't blame him. Who'd want to go in this? This is also part of why they can't find a replacement for Kathleen Kennedy, right? Because that is kind of it is a shooting gallery right now, Yeah. Who wants to step up to take the heat from that? Because they've been so vocal about that. I mean, toxic fans just cost us, Christopher McQuarrie, a great director,
right?
For Man of Steel 2 and any Star Wars movies or anything else in the future. Yeah. Because of this, and we've seen recently, Kelly Marie Tran and Daisy Ridley both left social media because of backlash.
Yeah, Daisy Ridley after The Force Awakens, Kelly Marie Tran after Last Jedi.
Which is sad. I mean, because that they get pushed away. But even in the past, we've lost people from like Joss Whedon from Avengers. Age of Ultron came out.
Age of Ultron.
Yeah, I mean, he left. Stephen Moffat back, with Doctor Who. He's like, why do I get, why would I want to be on Twitter and get yelled at every day about stuff, We even lost, Haley Atwell from social media, which, she was a treat on social media, posting videos of,
Well, and I don't even understand that. Like, what in the world did she do that you would need to lash out at her? She was great.
It was, yeah. I'm like, it's crazy. And fans who dislike a direction of a movie, or even like in Walking Dead's case, if you hate the characters that they're playing, right? People have lashed out at characters from Walking Dead because they hated the characters they were playing so bad. Where people have had to leave social media and stuff like that, who've gotten death threats because of characters that they're playing in a TV show.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it got so far as this week, Jeffrey D. Morgan had to come out and tell people not to come to his house. Stop coming to my house. It's not cool. I mean, these are just characters that they're playing, right?
Yeah.
So
these are actors. These are characters. They're not responsible for the stories.
Yeah, and I don't blame people. I mean, we got talented actors, talented directors who are shying away from genre projects because of the toxic fan base that's out there, because of a extremely vocal minority of people. Now, not that minority in that people that didn't like Last Jedi, right? I mean, there's a lot to dislike about that movie. I understand that completely. I understand you not liking it, but when it comes to harassing people online,
right? Yeah,
and there's always going to be some trolls out there. It's online. It's a fact of life. But if you have any kind of online presence at all, you're going to get people commenting and saying stuff about it.
Giving you crap. Yeah.
But now it's costing us talent in areas that we love, and what are you gonna do about it? I mean, where's it gonna end? How much more is it gonna cost us? We're gonna have people not have, we have lost people on social media that were actually that people liked, like reading. I'd love to have people's takes on certain things online, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I would love to have seen Christopher McQuarrie's Man of Steel 2.
Yeah.
But we're not going to have that now. And hopefully he changes his mind. That was one interaction, but he just saw like a glimpse of it.
Right, yeah. Well, and there is a lot of hate around The Last Jedi, probably more so than any other genre project.
Yeah.
I mean, more so than any Justice League or DC movie, more than any Marvel movie. That Last Jedi really sparked some.
Well, it tore apart some things that people held sacrosanct about what they grew up with.
Yep.
No,
and that's what I was referring to.
Yeah.
The Star Wars universe. Kathleen Kennedy's giving people free reign to play in the sandbox, even if they break other people's toys.
Yeah.
And ruin it for everyone else. So that's my take on Rian Johnson and The Last Jedi. I'm not going to go out there. I wish somebody would kill Rian Johnson and Kelly Marie Tran's a fat bitch and blah blah blah. What people are throwing out. Yeah, they are throwing out some.
You're like, wow,
random.
And she was I like her. In fact, her on social media was great because she was like a fangirl.
Right.
It was like one of us.
I feel bad for her because she had nothing to do with what happened with that character. She did what she could with what she was given. It's not her fault. Stop giving her crap. But I think it is fair that a director be not put to the torch, obviously, but be criticized for what they did, well, and what they did wrong, and face up to that. But all of the hate-filled rants and stuff like that.
If you're threatening somebody's life over a piece of art, you need to take a step back and take a look at yourself. What's wrong in your life that it's that bad?
Yes. Yeah.
That you have to do that, or even more than disliking this, the whole with the Walking Dead stuff where they're coming after a character or an actor because they don't like the character they're playing. They hate the character so bad.
Yeah,
you're a little too involved in that show. I think you need
yes, yeah,
take a step back there. But yeah, so that's it. There's a story. When I heard the Christopher McQuarrie story this week, I was like, man, I had to say something about the toxic fan base that is starting to cost us talent.
Right.
And if there will come a time when people just won't want to do these projects anymore.
Right.
You know, so. We'll see.
All right, let's lighten the mood a little more. So it looks like all right. This is opening salvos, but it might become a trend. Yes. AMC is going to challenge MoviePass, and we talked about MoviePass a long time ago. It's a monthly subscription service. You basically pay $10 to go see as many movies in a month as you want. Yeah. MoviePass, unsurprisingly, given that business model, has lost $17 million in 2017, where they were only doing it for half the year.
Yeah, I was going to say August. They started in
August, and they lost $17 million.
Just from August to December of last year.
But AMC is launching Stubs A-List. For those of you who don't know, Stubs is their kind of rewards program. You can do... Yeah. You can just sign up for free, and when you buy movie tickets, you get rewards. You can become
It's worth the $20 a month for the premiere.
You can do the premiere is just a yearly thing. You pay a yearly thing, and you get larger rewards. Movies are cheaper certain days. They have dedicated lines, so you can get through concessions faster. Stuff like that.
Every $100 you spend, you get $10 in.
Yeah, and it's
back at it.
Yeah, it goes. Yeah. It's pretty good. But anyways, now they're launching a monthly subscription service. It will be $20 a month, and it will be limited to 3 movies a week, but will include IMAX and 3D, which with MoviePass you had to pay the upcharges for those.
Yes.
It was only basic tickets. So, I mean, that
It sounds like something we should be doing.
That's the selling point right there. Is that you don't have to pay the upcharge. Yeah. Because otherwise the question would be, well, you pay $10 and get unlimited, or $20 and only get
3 a week.
3 a week. Really, who's going to see more than 3 movies a week?
Yeah.
But you don't have to you don't have to pay the upcharge, whereas you do over here, and that upcharge is about $6 for IMAX.
Yeah.
So if you do that twice in a month, you've saved yourself $2.
Right. Plus, you can get it in advance. As where Movie Pass, you have to go on the day.
Oh yeah,
you know,
that's right. You have to go and hope that movie.
And you can reserve seats at AMC, so you're like, I
Yeah.
can buy my tickets early for this.
Yes.
Through their program. So
No.
sounds way worth it to me. But,
Yep.
I mean, Movie Pass is a great deal if you go to movies a lot. Like,
Yes.
I can see if you have kids home for the summer,
Mm-hmm.
getting $10 a month, they can go out and see a movie every day.
For this
Yeah.
one, if you go see a movie twice a month, if you go see an IMAX movie or a 3D movie twice a month,
Yeah.
you've already saved about $8.
Yeah.
So, that's something you got to consider there.
Yeah. I mean, if I got this, I'd probably maybe see a movie once a week. It's still
Yeah.
a pretty big savings for.
Yes. I mean,
that.
obviously there are times of the year that
Yeah.
you really couldn't go see a movie once a week unless you're into really, independent movies or seeing things 2, 3, 4 times.
But you can see Avengers Infinity War 3 times a week.
You could. There is that. There is that. Yeah, I could go see the new cool movie 3 times. Because so far we haven't seen any restrictions about seeing the same movie.
Yeah. It seems to be.
I don't see that at all.
See why there would be if they're giving you IMAX and 3D. I mean, why wouldn't they? And here's the thing: there's been times where I've saw a movie and I'm like, man, I gotta go see this movie again, right? But then I'm like, oh, no, I got other movies to come out. My wallet can't take it. I got to review another movie next week.
Yep.
So, but I mean, and they were the biggest proponent. They were the biggest pushback on Movie Pass when it came out.
Right. Yeah.
AMC
They hated it.
Oh yeah.
They were very opposed to it. So good for them for coming up with a counter. We'll see if it works.
They make their money in their $10 popcorn anyway.
Yes, sure. Yeah.
All right. Well, that does it for our top stories. As you see, some of them were more editorials than actual stories, us ranting about stuff. But on to our small stories, our nerd nuggets, our geek bites, Doug's favorite section of the news. First up, Hashtag Show is reporting that Jeremy Renner is in talks for the role of Twitch in the new Spawn movie, which is odd because Twitch is the skinny little guy with glasses, the cop. There's the fat cop, and then there's a skinny cop with glasses.
Right, yeah.
Now, the rumor was the story was going to be told from cops, Sam and Twitch's perspective.
Yeah.
And Spawn is going to be the creature in the background kind of thing. I mean...
Interesting.
And Jeremy Renner, I mean, he's good, but, I mean, it's a weird role for an action hero.
Yeah, he'd kind of have to lose some weight to thin out and then,
Put on the Coke bottle glasses.
Right. That, I don't know, could be cool.
Yeah.
All right, we are getting 30 minutes of Thanos' backstory on Infinity War Blu-ray. So if you didn't get enough of Thanos' background in Infinity War itself, well, good news. You're getting 30 more minutes.
Yeah, half hour of more Thanos.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I mean, they made him a very compelling character in this movie,
That's
so
true.
I'm actually excited to see 30 more minutes of
That's what I love about the Blu-rays is all the extra stuff. This is the kind of stuff I love about Blu-rays.
Yes.
Getting all that extra stuff in there. 30 more minutes seems like quite a bit. All right, kids, if you're planning on producing comics out there, Image is a great great company to do it with.
Yeah.
Because it's all creator-owned stuff. They help you publish your work, and they're getting a lot of acclaim for a lot of independent artists artwork out there. Also, in the case of Skyward, a comic that just debuted in April of this year, it already has a movie coming.
Wow.
This is how much Hollywood wants any of the comic book rights. They come in and snap them up. Sony has bought the rights for Skyward, and they're working on a movie now. And Skyward is a kind of a post-apocalyptic, supposed to be cheery post-apocalyptic is what they're calling it, uplifting post-apocalyptic, as it's apparently something happened where the gravity is affected, so there's very light gravity, so people kind of can jump around, and now there's a big plot to restore gravity, which will mess everybody up having lived in a low gravity area for a long time. That's the basic plot outline. I mean, there's a lot more to this story, obviously, but that's the basic synopsis of it. But yeah, for the big news is the fact that the comic debuted in April, and here we are in July talking about the movie deal.
Interesting.
Start drawing comics, kids.
Yeah. All right. actor Louis Tan, who you may recognize from Deadpool,
Yeah.
playing Shatterstar, confirmed that he has met with DC for the role of Nightwing. Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with his work other than Shatterstar. He and
It was all that
Deadpool
awesome
and-
action work he did in Deadpool too. That,
yes.
Probably wowed the fans there, wowed the execs there. Man, this guy can really fight. All right, so we've heard about the new Star Trek shows that are coming out with. We're at 4 new ones in production for All Access, including one with Patrick Stewart reprising his role as Jean-Luc Picard, which would be awesome.
Cool.
But there's also movies planned, and one of those movies is a Quentin Tarantino written movie. And there was a lot of speculation on what would a Quentin Tarantino Star Trek movie look like. Well, apparently it's going to take place in the Kelvin timelines. For those of you hoping that he was a big fan of the original Star Trek series. Everyone assumed it would be in the original timeline, but apparently his movies take place in the Kelvin timeline with all the new actors. So we'll see.
Cool. All right. Finally, we're going to touch on the new Watchmen series on HBO. Jeremy Irons is playing a character, and now there's rumor that character is going to be Ozymandias.
Yes.
Because this is set after the events of the comic.
Yes.
So his plan has gone off. His plan has gone off, and
this is following the comics.
Yeah,
so it's a giant
the whole
space squid.
Space squid invasion, the whole thing.
Yeah.
So, so it's looking like he's going to be playing an older Ozymandias.
Yes.
So that
would
be interesting.
Awesome. Now, people thought, because there's some of the earliest set pictures we saw was a newspaper headline of Adrian Veidt, Ozymandias confirmed dead.
Yeah.
But,
with the guy who plotted making a fake squid alien, I'm sure he can fake his own death.
That is true. That is true. Yeah. I didn't want a remake of Watchmen, but this I'm intrigued.
Well, it's not a remake. That's
right.
what's nice. It's not a remake,
exactly.
And the second thing that's awesome is they're going with the comic and not ignoring the source material.
Yes.
So that will be intriguing to see.
So yeah, I'm excited. I will be watching it. Plus, it's on HBO. So HBO Watchmen series. That's going to be going to be pretty good. So and Jeremy Irons is awesome. If he's played older Adrian Veidt, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Ozymandias. All right, folks, there you go. A lot of us ranting today. We'll be back next week with some post-Comic-Con news.
Oh, yeah.
So it'll be lots of news next week. So, don't worry about catching up on all the Comic-Con stuff that's coming out. We'll gather it all up for you and put it together in one neat package at the end of the week. So we'll see you then. Please like, subscribe, tell your friends about us. If you want to support the channel and these shows that we do here, you can do so a number of ways by buying our T-shirts or our Teespring store, shopping through Amazon affiliate link down below, or becoming a patron where you get access to all this stuff early and more goodies as well.
Except for the news.
Not the news. News is not early.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to tell you what's happening this week. It'll be great.
It's our prognostication show.
We've got a crystal ball and a set and the whole bit. It's going to be awesome.
Right. New show idea.
Man, let's get work on it right away. All right, guys. Thank you. We'll see you next week.
Bye.